Welcome back, gents. We've got more Hot Wheels stuff to rank today. We're going back to Velocity X and ranking the worlds, so it's kind of a short tier list.
Based Velocity X worlds are based. The challenge and adventure modes were fun to play, and I enjoyed killing all of those goofy-ass villains.
The worlds are pretty good. The game itself was a lot of fun, although I struggled through it on normal difficulty.
Sleepy Joe back at it again with his skill issues on full display. I always play on very hard mode because I'm not a bitch like Joe.
Shut the fuck up. I could never beat Challenge 18, kept running into the goddamn barrels.
Joe, you do know there's a brake button you can use to slow down, right?
Oh shit.
As much as I like roasting Joe, I want to start ranking these worlds Obama.
I'm with you, Trump. Let's get started. First up is Monument City. I'm thinking B tier for this one because the layout is good and it flows nicely. Reminds me of Chicago, especially the rec site in the middle of downtown.
It's a solid world to start with. The Justices with their massive house at the spawn really speaks to me. I love making everyone else around me feel inferior because they are. B tier and Monument City go well together, just like Chicago and disappointing their sports fans.
Fuck off, Donald. The Bears will win the Super Bowl again at some point.
Need I remind you that the last time they won anything significant, the internet wasn't even a thing yet?
Monument City is alright. I don't like how many destructible cars there are, though. I keep hitting them whenever I'm driving.
Joe, I'm not sure how you manage to hit those cars as often as you claim. There's no way you're driving a car that fast to lose control like that.
Yeah, Joe, what car do you drive in Velocity X to make you drive like the seniors from South Park?
Super tuned because it has a cool spoiler, remember?
God damn it, Joe, we're not doing this again.
I would use Mega Duty, but it doesn't have a spoiler.
They're both slow as shit, Slinky Joe. And they both literally have the same speed. That spoiler is still not helping you with anything.
But it's not in space this time. There's downforce now.
Obama, why in the hell did you pick this guy to be your vice president in the first place?
The Make-A-Wish Foundation requested it. Anyway, let's move on to Turbine Sands.
Did someone say sand?
What's up, George? We're ranking the Velocity X worlds.
I thought I heard sands, and it looks like Turbine Sands. Pretty cool theme, but as a world, it's pretty garbage. There's not enough going on, and the gear and key car unlocks are pretty dog water. Personally, I'd say it goes in C tier.
Honestly, I can't even argue with that opinion, George, based as always. What about you, Trump?
I also have to agree we're from the same political party, so it's not surprising we have a lot of opinions in common. Turbine Sands is mid at best.
This is my favorite world in the game. I don't know what you guys have against sand-themed things. It's the best theme to exist.
Sleepy Joe, when was the last time having a lot of sand around helped anyone?
Back in the day, they used sandbags to make cars into lowriders.
Which means sand literally weighed them down. Thanks for proving my point, dipshit.
Joe, I don't know how it's possible, but even Joe Rogan has better opinions than you do, and that dude straight up looks like a Madden creative player with a cue ball head.
I fall asleep to his podcasts.
Doesn't surprise me at all, Squiggly Joe. And yeah, Obama, that dude looks like a great value version of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Base comeback, Trump, and George, do you want to stay and help us finish the list?
I would, Barack, but I promised John I'd play some PUBG with him tonight. Whenever you guys want to play the Halo 3 campaign on Legendary with all skulls on, just let me know.
Okay, so next up is Crankshaft Bay, and out of all the worlds in Velocity X, this one is the glitchiest and least enjoyable. I enjoy the soundtrack to it, but I wish the level was more stable and the camera angles weren't fucked up on some roads. It easily deserves to be in D tier.
On Jaw Obama, you're spitting hard facts right now. This world is indeed glitchy, and there's a literal dump by the bridge, which isn't good for property value. I would never want to build a house or a business in Crankshaft Bay. Whoever thought building a roller coaster that didn't connect all the way through was a good idea deserves third world poverty.
Speaking of the bridge, do any of you guys have trouble jumping over the gap between it?
Joe, if you stopped driving cars that have a 30 speed stat in the game, you wouldn't be having that problem.
Joe, is Super Tuned the only vehicle you use in Velocity X?
I'm telling you, the cool spoiler works wonders for me. It's the game that's not letting me win.
Slunky Joe really just admitted he's never made it past Mission 3 because he's sleeping behind the wheel of Super Tuned again. This isn't joyride mode, Joe. You actually have to go fast to progress in the game.
Fuck you guys. Nitro is a tough opponent to beat. He keeps slamming into me and spinning me out.
Joe, it sounds like you chugged a whole bottle of Cope Trox too before you joined the VC. I wouldn't be surprised if you said Crankshaft Bay is your second favorite world in Velocity X.
I didn't know you were a mind reader, Obama.
God damn it, of course Joe would say that. Obama, let's move on to the next world before my brain cells jump ship because of Slippery Joe's incoherence.
I'm with you, Trump. The next world is Burnout Glacier, and I would put this in Tier A. The theme is really good looking. There's a lot of fun jumps and shortcuts. The volcano section is really cool, and the theme song slaps.
I would personally put this in S tier because I love anything ice themed and for all the reasons you just listed, but I know not everyone has the same superior opinions that I have.
Sometimes I wish you would shut your Oompa Loompa Cheeto grain looking ass up.
Not gonna happen. The world loves hearing me talk.
Burnout Glacier is pretty fun. Joyride mode is a hell of a ride, and there's a lot of different routes to take. Plus, the Combustion Caldera Battle Arena is goated.
On God, Joe, you actually said something smart for once, and it only took you until the 50-second line of dialogue to do it. That's a new record for you.
You know what they say, Obama, even a broken clock is right twice a day. But seriously, a world where Slimy Joe says competent things. I heard his speech about his proposed budget, and I've heard more sense come from Crazy Gamer 742's videos.
Fuck you guys, you don't know how good true shitposting art is.
Joe, the words good and shitpost literally don't belong together in the same sentence.
The only reason Sleazy Joe is able to speak is because he's a necromancer and is feeding off of the souls from Congressional Cemetery.
Whatever, guys, I like to go there and press F to pay my respects to the fallen.
Joe, that is straight up cringe, and you're lucky I'm not kicking you from the VC. Anyway, the last world is Underworld, and it will stand alone as the only S-tier world in Velocity X.
No cap, Obama. I know I said Burnout Glacier is the best world in the game, but Underworld is a really close runner-up in my eyes. All the ramps, pipes, and walls to do stunts off of provide hours of fun and big stunt point possibilities. Underworld also has the best music in the entire game. Besides the Street Breed theme, I've never heard a Hot Wheels song go as hard as Underworld's does.
Not to mention that the gear and key car unlocks are some of the most goated cars in the game with Jet Threat 3.0 and Power Rocket.
I like the way they animated Power Rocket's turbines to spin and light up when the car is stopped. That Bengals guy must have been happy when he saw that.
Joe, I'm sure he could drive circles around you and kill you within 5 seconds in battle mode. I highly doubt he cares about your opinions.
Yeah, Skinny Joe, plus this list was about the worlds, not the cars.
I don't know why you guys think that driving around in a giant sewer would constitute as it being the best world in the game. It's literally Twitter as a Velocity X world.
You just don't get it, Joe. Anyway, that's the tier list. Great job again as usual.
Yep, that was pretty good. Anyway, I'm going to go. Me and Michelle have a date night out at Applebee's. Hopefully we'll get to see a drunk guy get thrown out, American tradition and whatnot. I'll catch you guys later.
I'm going to go as well. I don't want your incompetence to rub off on me, Steely Joe. I'm going to go practice taking 2 strokes off of my golf game on my private golf course.
Fuck. Those guys won't be laughing for long. I'll just use attitude to beat Nitro and in Challenge 18 so I can finally beat Velocity X on normal difficulty. Attitude is faster and also has a cool spoiler. It's only a matter of time.
Are you guys doing the drivers yet?